Nintendo is set to enter the Indian market with the Switch 1 in 2027. Honestly, I had no idea that it wasn't even there, so this is news to me, but it makes sense when you think about it a little bit though, right? This is an untapped market where you could potentially get millions of sales of the system. Now, technically they get it from like resellers like Amazon and other places like that, but to have official retailers that can distribute the Nintendo Switch is a good idea. So then you have the Switch, the regular Switch, and then the Switch Lite that are options. And you don't necessarily have to worry about, pushing people to the Switch 2. There's still going to be a healthy, amount of Switch 1 games available for the foreseeable future. The reason why this rings bells to me is because if you look at the charts for the highest selling video game consoles of all time, the Nintendo Switch is number 2. And in the great words of Nelly, 2 is not a winner and 3 nobody remembers. Except the DS is number 3. And yeah, we do remember the DS. But this is an opportunity for it to overtake the PS2, and it's still currently being sold. So this could be a very good opportunity to overtake that. And while analysts were complaining about the possibility of piracy, it's a far cry from the last system that India got. So to give context, India hasn't gotten a Nintendo console since the Wii and DS in 2008, which are number 2 and 3 in the highest selling video game consoles. So you kind of see where I'm going there. I think they're going to try to tap into that market to help push the Switch 1 over. And then also there is still a good amount of money to be made. In fact, if I were them, I'd be looking at other places too. Like, does North Korea want Switch 1s? Like, that might be interesting, right? What other places don't have it? Like the moon? Do Martians play Switch? Do they have video games? I'd be trying to sell it everywhere. I think it's reasonable in the next year or two, with a push in India in 27, and then holiday deals on the Switch 1, that you could surpass the PS2 in the next year or two. And I think stateside, while it may not be the main attraction now, it's still getting a lot of support. And it could be a situation where they go for like interesting kind of bundles. So as an example, holiday season, you can do a situation where, you buy a Switch 2 bundle and then you either get a discounted Switch Lite or you just get a Switch Lite with it. Like you can pick a Switch Lite to go with it. And that's a 2-for-1 right there. I wouldn't go with the regular like OLEDs or anything like that because you are going to lose a considerable margin. But maybe you sacrifice the margin for the sake of making history. I could see a situation where you buy a Switch 2 and it comes with a game. As of right now, like you have the choice between Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, and Pokopia. I can see something like that sticking. But because of it having the idea of the game share, you can also have a Switch 1 that you can immediately share those Switch 2 games with. I think Mario Wonder also has it too, but I could be wrong. I think this would be an opportunity for Nintendo to kind of get the money out of their eyes and go for history instead. Nintendo should be going for glory here. They had the opportunity to snatch the crown and they should go for it. What are the chances that they're going to re-release the PS2? Like that'd be insane. And they wouldn't include a PS2 mini in the whole process, so we can forget that. But yeah, India hasn't seen a Nintendo console since 2008. And so this would be a great opportunity to get those extra $5 million they need to surpass the PS2. Also, quiet as kept, 2008 was a good year in gaming, I think. I think Super Smash Bros. Brawl came out that time. Mario Kart Wii was the year before. It was also the year I graduated high school. I'm old. And my birthday just passed a couple days ago. Wish me happy birthday if you hear this. But back on topic, I would take this opportunity to take the world record because it's probably never going to be achieved again. Nintendo strikes oil consistently. Well, let me not say consistently. Yeah, consistently like every other console generation. But now innovation is at a point now where it seems like that chance to get to the number 1 spot might elude them if they don't take advantage of it now. And again, I think the history is more important than the profit margins because you'll make that money up in the back end. So they should definitely go for it. I'm going to show my age here, but I remember a time where they were selling GameCubes for cheap and then also bundling like the Game Boy Player and other games. So maybe they should do something like that again to really get that push. This might even give them a chance to make Mario Kart 8 Deluxe sell more than Wii Sports. So if they bundle it with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, then yeah, they're definitely going to do it. I think they're also suing the US government for illegal tariffs and stuff too. So they're definitely going to get the money back. I wouldn't even trip over it. They're going to get the money from somebody. Or just, when Pokemon releases, Switch 2s will sell. you know, life will go on. I also saw this funny post on X where basically they were saying if Nintendo locked in, they'd release like 4 different versions of Star Fox 64 coming up, which they should. It'd be hilarious if like Star Fox 64 was their like Last of Us Part 1 and 2, but they just keep doing it over and over. Unrelated to the topic at hand, but I thought it was funny and something I wanted to share. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'd be interested in joining the conversation with you guys. Also, I have a Kofi, is that how you say it? The link's in the description if you guys want to donate that way and get your boy a cup of coffee. I do be drinking mushroom coffee in the morning, so I'll be helping the boy out. If you want to watch the rest of the Knockout Tour run, feel free to stick around for the video. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.